What's going on, everybody? So, I originally was making a response to the Smash JT video. Then I kind of got interrupted. The video got ruined, and I was more than halfway into this thing. The video was about 25 minutes long, and I'm like, I can't do that. So, we're going to go through a few points of what he talks about in here because he's just being a fucking idiot. This guy, I don't know. This is like some weird hill he wants to die on with this. Everyone on X is making fun of him for this quote unquote bisexual lighting. Even this title here, Busted, Halo's modern cover art sparks massive woke debate. No, it's not. There's no debate about this out here. And what really irritates me with something like this, he keeps pointing out this cloud here with the coloring, right? And if we skip over to about, I think it's about here.
By ideologues pushing an ideology, and many of them having certain beliefs, we'll just say, that might be counterculture.
Which I want to break it down real quick also with quote unquote bisexual lighting. He sure has it right here in this corner here. And also with his violet by his name. Seems pretty bisexual to me.
So I posted that, and wouldn't you know it, it got community noted.
I talked about this before and I'm going to say it again. I feel like he's more upset this got community noted, not because it's trying to debunk what he's saying, but because he won't make any money from this post. Because from what I understand with X is if you get community noted, any money you would have made from that post is negated.
The circled purple area is the planet Threshold, the largest planet in the system Alpha Halo resides in. The new cover art for Halo Campaign Evolved is a direct remake of the original for Halo Combat Evolved, also featuring Threshold, which I gotta be honest, this is an absolutely terrible community note. It's trying to relate this screenshot to the original Halo, and I'm saying, no, that's what's different about this. Because in the original Halo Combat Evolved, there was no pink, purple, or blue.
Pink, purple, blue. There's the blue. Purple. Banshees. This guy is a Halo nothing. He knows nothing about Halo.
It's just the sky blue with a little haze of blue with white. And you're going to say, oh, but the new one is covering a new area and this is hearkening to that. Okay, you know what? Maybe you're right. But me, I'd prefer to play the odds when it comes to this stuff. I said, my point being made is ignored in the community note, Elon. This is not what community notes are for. Wokie's mad because people notice how the game industry has been co-opted and are now insidiously pushing their agenda everywhere they can. This is bisexual lighting. Compare the two. So here's the original with the community note, and here's the original. So where's the purple planet on the original? It's weird. It's weird. So they want to gaslight you into thinking that it's always been there. The trans coloring, and then I've seen many people sharing screenshots in game of all the purple lighting and the alien areas. And guys, I've been playing Halo since the day the original one launched.
He's a liar.
Don't need to be taught that this game deals with purple lighting with the aliens. That's not my point. My point is this game is being co-opted by ideologues to push an agenda, and it's clear as day. Here's another angle. The remake campaign evolved here, and the purple, pink, and blue bisexual.
I said this. You look at the lighting here. Like sky's blue here. I don't really see like maybe some blue right here, but again, you're talking about the sky, right? Pink, I don't really see pink. Maybe a faded purple, you could say that. But this isn't the purple he thinks it is because you know when he says purple, he's talking about like a dark purple. Maybe even more of a mild colored purple. Like I'm not going to say a violet, but more of a purple, kind of like this purple here. This is the purple he's thinking of. This right here just looks like the planet mixed with the clouds from the ring.
Lighting sky compared to the original. And again, putting them side by side. You guys notice anything different here? Just curious. It's funny too, because I'm not the only one noticing it. We got Yan20 saying, why is that color scheme very, very prevalent? These transformers are out of control. Case in point, Halo 1. Notice the planet on the right side. See? No purple in the sky here, no blue, no pink.
It's purple banshees. I know we're talking about the planet, but again, if you're gonna try to point out the colors, I will be literal with the colors. They're shooting blue lasers from the banshees. The banshees are purple to indicate the covenant. So there's purple.
They want to gaslight you into saying, "Oh, now you're afraid of colors." No, I'm not afraid
Smash JT is 100% a color phobe.
of colors. I'm saying that this is what they're doing to the industry. You see Dragon Age the Veilguard, you see God of War Laundry, you see all these games that they're pushing this pink, purple, and blue everywhere they can. At some point, I'd like to think people will wake up and say, wait a second, what are you doing to our games here? Why do you
So he says it right there. He wants, people to wake up, right? I've always been the person to say, speak with your wallet, spend it where you think it deserves to be spent. And the thing is, in order to make a major impact like this, the games don't just have to not sell well. They have to not sell at all. The problem is people like Smash, even me, even you who's listening to this video, shout out to you, are all hypocrites in our own ways to where we will still buy stuff even if it goes against our interests in certain stuff we believe in, right? I said originally, what I saw from Halo Campaign Evolved up until the Microsoft showcase was, I'm not interested. I'm like, nope, I don't trust this game, blah, blah, blah. And then Xbox Showcase happened. I watched it and I'm like, you know what? I want to play this game now. It looks really good. And I know I'm a hypocrite for it and I want to play it. I said my stuff against Halo Infinite and their, gay coded colored armor, right? The thing is with Halo Infinite, it's all locked. You can unlock it for free, but I'm just gonna leave it locked because I have no interest in that shit. So the thing is, in order for people to wake up, people like Smash, me, and even you need to stop buying this stuff. But it goes beyond just Halo. It goes with that cell phone you're using, your computer you're using. I mean, if you're using a PC, you got Windows on it, right? You may have Linux, but you had to maybe got some form of Windows on there. Buying a Microsoft game. You got to stop doing all that. And a lot of people just won't do that. They may stand up for certain things, not support certain things. But at the end of the day, everyone is a hypocrite and they're spending their money on shit they shouldn't be spending it on.
keep incessantly pushing this agenda everywhere you go? And then you see the people working at these studios and it makes sense. Madam Savvy quote tweeting, color theory is a real issue. I spoke on it 2 years ago and said the purple pink would be the first signs. Any addition of it was clear indication that loser DEI marketing teams are still in control. They do it intentionally across everything so that they can signal their infection. Masculine titles get a touch of it, if not completely converted. Logos adjusted, backgrounds all ambiguously floating those colors. Color marketing has always been a thing. It's out of place, and when you see it, you can't unsee it, but it saves you money. This is unfortunate, and this frustrates the hell out of me because I am a massive Halo fan. I have always been. I was in line at the midnight launch for Halo more hours out of my life than I'd argue. He's not someone who understands Halo. No, I would argue the people
He doesn't understand Halo. Don't listen to his lies.
trying to defend this are the ones that are the
And again, when you zoom out of it, you can see the top of the planet here is blue. You got this hint of pinkish purple from the atmosphere, maybe.
actual tourists, the ones that are trying to push their ideology into the industry. And yes, it's so subtle that daring to call it out makes you sound like the crazy one. But
He is the crazy one. He'll point out later the Rosie the Riveter armor for Halo Infinite and all the the Pride colored armors, which that's the stuff you should call out. You're like, who wanted this stuff? But this is just a reach. This is a hill he's willing to die on.
But this continues to happen. If this was the first time I've ever seen it, I would not have even mentioned it. I'd be like, whatever, not a big deal.
He would have mentioned it 100%. He would have saw someone else trying to grift on this shit on X, and then he'd be like, oh, I can make a few shekels trying to grift myself. So he would 100% grift it.
But it's pattern recognition, and it continues to happen over and over and over again with every single one of these games that gets co-opted by these ideologue agenda pushers. And when I say ideological agenda pushers, here's, I don't know, Sony Santa Monica. And
If you're interested in this game, more power to you. Everything I saw from this new God of War game, I'm not interested. And again, she is not the God of War. Kratos is the God of War.
an enchanted set of ribbons tasked with keeping a powerful sword from falling into the wrong hands. Rue is wary of strangers, but fights ferociously to protect those in her care. You guys notice anything about the colors in this game? Weird. It seems like this is just going on throughout the industry now. Strange. And this is not the first time it's happened with Halo. This was Happy Pride Month from the official Halo account. Embrace love, diversity, and inclusion by equipping the Unity 24 armor
This is
code
stuff to
and
call
honoring
out.
IA's honoring for all. Voting by example, maybe actually during Pride Month. Remember, how about Spark? Join us and our dual screenshot from the video of the trailer.
I don't see an issue with this face. Now, I will say the older versions of Cortana were hotter. But again, I don't see no issue with it.
Of Cortana. I said Halo Studios took this Cortana shit as,
I mean, anything, I'm more upset what they did with Johnson's face. He doesn't really look like Sergeant Johnson.
hold my beer challenge. The original to the modern to the what?
Now, I want you to keep in mind when he shows that.
Hold my beer challenge. The original.
This is Cortana from Halo 4. This is the weapon from Halo Infinite. I know Smash is the #1 Halo fan, as he likes to pretend to claim, but these are not the same characters.
To the modern to
Halo 4, Halo Infinite.
the whatever the hell this is. And I've covered this previously before as well, Emerald Apple. The gameplay from the new Halo game from the Xbox Game Showcase looks like it had a baby with Veilguard and increased the DEI woke purple energies. It's always a red flag, isn't it? Why so much purple? It's the same kind of purple from so many femme-coded games, along with God of War Laundry as well. I mean, where's the lie?
So, again, not talking about this piece of shit Veilguard, but again, this right here, again, the guy who's posting this is a fucking idiot. Smash JT, we already know, is a fucking grifting idiot. This is from Halo MCC. This is Halo 2. This is the final scene that Master Chief is aboard the Ark as it's heading towards Earth. And again, Covenant ship. They are aboard the Covenant ship that is purple. Purple. This is a Covenant drop ship. Purple. Gold hunters. Actually, they're supposed to be silver. This one's looking gold. You got the brute plasma rifle here. These people are fucking idiots. Don't encourage this grifting piece of shit here. He has not played Halo because, again, this is from MCC. This is the last scene in Halo 2 Anniversary.
Here, I don't know how many times I need to showcase this to people to prove it, but this is what happens when these ideologues co-opt the studio. They go from a beautiful girl to whatever the hell this is.
This still looks like a female. This is the same argument as I saw. Someone was trying to make a post on why Resident Evil 3 remake would have sold better. Is they try to show the Jill that was in Resident Evil 3 remake to her original Resident Evil 3 outfit with like triple D tits. And they're like, the triple D tits would have had the game sold better. And it's like, that's a fucking lie. You disingenuine, grifting pieces of shit. I just wish these content creators would be more honest with themselves and their audience. I can't stand these lying pieces of shit.
Push the ideology everywhere they can, and they get away from what made the game great originally. That's all I'm saying. I talked to Marty O'Donnell the other day on the channel when he was talking about the Destiny 2, guess the darkness was the wokeness, and that tweet that he put out there went extremely viral. He got a ton of hate, vitriol, and the usual suspects coming out of the woodworks to say he's awful. He was correct. Nobody would have put the pink in every fucking key art and any halo because it was for men. Softening it
I'm sorry. Hold on.
with
Say
the
that again.
pink, every fucking key art and any halo because it was for men. Softening it with the pink and blue and purple shades.
Blue. Literally looking at Cortana. Pink. The Needler. The Needle Rifle. Cortana from the original Halo, if I remember. I believe she was kind of like a pinkish purple. Purple. The fucking Covenant. He's reaching so hard over these colors. He's a fucking joke.
Would have been
He's a fucking fanook.
seen as gay to these developers. They wanted a manly game. They would not have put this shit on the cover to push the game forward. That's why it wasn't there originally. Some activist takes over in the studio, or the entire studio is full of activists themselves, and they want to make it more inclusive so they can self-insert themselves into the storyline so that they can say it's their story they're telling and not Master Chief's story. And how about this fun fact for the Halo campaign Evolved?
Okay. I think that's it for the video. Let me see here.
Now they're signaling to their audience of who they really are behind the scenes. And if you don't believe me, here was the person in charge of the Halo Studios up until a couple years ago and what they sound like here. You tell me what you think this studio stands for behind the scenes.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Ross. I'm the head of 343 Industries, which is the studio that runs all things Halo. So our TV show, our games, our consumer products, esports. I use she, her pronouns. And I've been in the industry for over 28 years, and it's really great to be here today.
You wonder why our industry has fallen so far.
By the way, Bonnie Ross is no longer with Halo, even Microsoft. But again, if he actually paid attention to Halo and knew his Halo, he would know that. By the way, look at all these bisexual colors. You got some pink dresses over here. I know it's peach, but you know we're going on the colors with the bisexual lighting. That's all I got to say for this video because it's already long enough as it is. I want you guys to comment down below. Give me your guys' input on how much of an idiot this fucking grifter is, because this is the hill he wants to die on. He wants to try to say that this is transcoded, these are bisexual lighting, and everyone on X is making fun of him because he's a fucking idiot. I do appreciate everyone who stood around for this almost 18-minute video. If you guys could, smash that like button. Not this smash. No. Smash that like button. Don't do this. Do that. Also, if you guys want to, follow me on X, Kick, and YouTube, while I'll be doing more videos and live streams in the coming future and from here on to the end of time. So with that being said, I'm done. I'm out. Everyone have a good night. Take care. Fuck Smash Low IQ here. And I'll see everyone on the next one.